Andromache Andy of Scythia, along with Booker, Joe, and Nikki, are centuries-old warriors with mysterious regenerative abilities. Using their skills and experience, they work as mercenaries for noble causes, guided by a strict rule: never take jobs from the same employer twice. However, they break this rule when former CIA agent James Copley hires them to rescue kidnapped girls in South Sudan. The mission turns out to be a trap. The team is ambushed and killed, but quickly heal and retaliate, realizing Copley had set them up to secretly record their miraculous recovery. Meanwhile, in Afghanistan, U.S. Marine Niall Freeman is killed during a mission, but unexpectedly revives without a mark. That night, she shares a vivid dream with the other immortals, a shared experience they have when a new immortal appears. Andy finds and extracts Niall before the military can detain her for testing. Copley shows footage of the ambush to Stephen Merrick, the head of a pharmaceutical company, who sends a team to capture the immortals for experimentation. Andy brings Niall to a safe house in France, where she meets the others and learns about their history. The group explains their healing eventually stops, something that happened to a former immortal, Lycon. Niall also begins dreaming of a woman trapped underwater in an Iron Maiden. The group tells her about Quinn, the first immortal Andy ever found, who was accused of witchcraft 500 years ago and sealed in an Iron Maiden, then dropped into the ocean. Quinn has been drowning and reviving endlessly ever since, and Andy carries the guilt of not being able to save her. Soon after, Merrick's operatives ambush the team. Joe and Nikki are captured, and Booker is left behind, believed dead. Andy kills the rest of the attackers but is wounded and realizes she's no longer healing, something she keeps to herself. As Booker recovers, he tracks down Copley. Niall chooses to leave, unwilling to abandon her family for this dangerous life. Joe and Nikki are taken to Merrick's London lab, where they are tortured for research. When they show affection in captivity, their captors mock them, but Joe and Nikki kill the guards off-screen, though they remain imprisoned. Andy and Booker confront Copley, but Booker betrays Andy, hoping Merrick can end their immortality, which he's grown tired of. He shoots Andy, who doesn't heal, and they're both captured. Meanwhile, Niall discovers Booker's betrayal too late to stop it. At the lab, Copley sees that Merrick's intentions are rooted in greed and cruelty, not medical progress. Disillusioned, he agrees to help Niall rescue the others. Niall breaks into the facility, frees her team, and they battle their way out. Joe kills Merrick's enforcer Keen, and Andy and Niall confront Merrick. Andy injures him, and Niall kills him by leaping out a window with him. Everyone survives, including the now mortal Andy. As punishment for his betrayal, the team exiles Booker for 100 years. He says farewell to Andy, and the rest of the group reunites with Copley. He shows them that their past actions had far-reaching positive impacts. Those they saved or influenced went on to shape the world in significant ways. They appoint Copley to help conceal their activities and guide them toward missions with meaningful outcomes. 6 months later in Paris, a lonely and exiled Booker returns home to find a surprise visitor, Quinn, alive and waiting for him.